Hi cats and kittens, it's Amy from Savor Salvage Scent, and have I got a lineup for you today. I'm excited to talk to you about 10 of my favorite citrus cooling scents. It's hot as, insert colloquialism here, in Cleveland, Ohio right now. It is late July. I, as you can see, have on workout attire and I have been sweating my tail off. So I thought I would share with you what are some things that I go to, some scents that I go to cool me off. And these literally, most of these are colognes. Perhaps they don't all have the longest staying powder, but these are what I go to truly feel a sense of a coolness if I either am getting ready to go about my day or getting ready to work out or going to bed. These are a great thing to just put you in a great space, especially in the summertime. However, I would say to me, because they're so kind of uplifting and wonderful, cheerful, I sometimes even wear them in the colder months when I just need a mood change. So I will also just get out of the way and admit and say that apparently I have a type. So I have long collected perfume for about, I would say 30 years at least. And I would say my taste, like with art and friends, is kind of all over the map, pretty diverse. It was undeniable when I got this list ready, when I got this lineup ready, that I was like, right, I really apparently love citrus scents. And I would say, while not all, most of these scents are somewhat affordable. There's a few more expensive, but most of them are pretty darn affordable. Most of them, I'm a big fan of you wear what you like, but I find most of these to be incredibly unisex. And I would say most of them are really light, refreshing, and aromatic. So apparently, because I have so many of these, I have a type, and I would love to share my type with you today. I hope that if you enjoy the content of this channel, that you will give me a thumbs up, that you will subscribe, and I hope that you'll leave comments or feedback if you are so inspired. I honestly, a lot of the reason that I created this channel and create this content is because I am a lifelong learner. I love to learn, and fragrance is one of my passions, and I really, really desire exchange. So if you all would love to give me feedback, if you want to learn more, if you have ideas for future content, I hope that you will be inspired to leave a comment. So, getting to today's winners. All right, let's go. So 10, I tend to be chatty, I'm sure some of you know. And so I am not going to go into deep, dark detail with all 10 scents. I'm going to tell you just a little bit about, I'm not going to go into every note, for instance, in this case. I'm going to tell you what truly, like 3 or 4 elements are dominant for me. Which citruses come out the most, maybe a little bit about noses, but not a lot. And, you know, again, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about if they're available and their cost, because the whole idea behind this to me is so if you're excited and want some cooling scents yourself right now, that you'll have some information to help you find your match. Okay, so first, I will say this first scent that I'm going to talk about is actually the one lone of the 10. And let me get I'm going to, some of these I have on my skin because we're talking about 10 scents, not all. So I have some scent strips that tell me a bit more of the dry down, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about each one. So this is, it might be hard to see the label. This is an older bottle. Acqua di Colonia. It's also known as Acqua di Colonia. This is probably the oldest founded scent that I have experienced. It's older than my 4711. This was first created in 1533. crazy. It was created by Dominican friars, apparently for the Queen Catherine de' Medici. So wild. My lovely friend Maria let me borrow this, and it's wonderful. It is, so I will say this is, of course, one of 10 citrus scents that I'm focusing on today, but I would say mostly what comes out for me is Neroli, bergamot, and Amalfi lemon. It does have a bit of spice that kind of comes through too, and those for me, again, there are many, many, many more notes, but what is most predominant would be clove and rosemary for me. This is a very expensive scent. This ranges from about, I would say, $100 to $170, and this is probably one of the harder ones to find on the list. This is found in boutiques, perhaps online, but this is not something where you easily walk into a store and find. You probably have to do a little searching. I am going to spray it one more time just to give you a quick impression. Oh, so good. So yeah, to me, really what comes through is Neroli, bergamot, and Amalfi lemon. And to me, it's just, it is, again, refreshing, uplifting, wonderful, and really still has some, I say, you know, some colognes I would say are just refreshing or uplifting. This also has a little a lot of sophistication actually. To me, it's just refreshing, wonderful, and I feel like $1 million when I put it on. So again, Aqua de Colonia. Beautiful scent. Okay, so next in the lineup. I have put this next in the lineup. I've talked about it before. It's my oldest scent in my collection, 4711, but I'm going to quickly talk about it next because it, to me, does have some similarities to the Acqua di Colonia. So this is also a very, very old scent. This is this was founded in 1792 by Maurer Wirtz, German company. And this, unlike the first scent, is more inexpensive. This can be found, this large bottle, gosh, I think this is 150, 200 mils, for like something like $15 or $20 online. And you can even find this sometimes in drugstores. Don't ask me why it's inexpensive, because frankly, I think it's to me, you know, stands the test of time, just incredible, so beautiful, again, refreshing. And what stands out to me most is, I would say this is a perfect kind of balance between lemon, bergamot, orange, and aromatics. And in this case, aromatics are a bit different than the first one I talked about. The aromatics in this to me would be like basil, really comes out, and because of that, it almost has sometimes basil will have almost a licorice-y quality, and that's what I get in this, is kind of an uplifting citrus aromatic with a little basil, and that is 4711. Wonderful. Okay, next on the list is, if you have watched my channel before, you may have heard me talk about this. This is my favorite scent of all times, by Caron, and it is called Oud Reglise. Oud Reglise. And so it's basically means licorice scent. And but to me, really what comes out, so first let me tell you, it was first founded in 2006. And to me, what comes through really strong is lemon verbena, and also licorice. And because of, again, there's many more notes, but those are to me what are most dominant. Again, it is one that just is so cooling and refreshing. It, like, even in the hottest heat, it makes me feel really good, optimistic. And the combination of the notes, but again, strongly the lemon verbena and the licorice, almost makes it feel like a tea scent. Like when you have a cup of tea and you add a little lemon, that is what I get in this scent, and it's so much more. It is my favorite scent. I have collected for years, own over 200 scents, and this to me is what I can't live without. Sadly, it has been discontinued, but it can still be found online for a pretty good price, somewhere between like $60 and $80. This is one of the few, maybe one of 5 or 6 scents that I have more than one backup bottle because I don't ever want to be without it in my life. So House of Caron, Eau de Reglisse. Lovely. Okay. Next on the list is Versace's Versense. And some of you will recognize this is a somewhat current scent. This was kicked off in 2008. And let me spray this one just to, I haven't had this but a few years, so let me just give you a little bit more of a real reaction. Oh gosh, this is so great. So to me, what's so cool about this is, it's interesting when you read the notes. The prominent note that both the nose talks about and people who have experienced the scent is green mandarin. But to me, what I get is lime. To me, I don't care if this is a note or not in the scent. This to me smells like lime with an underpinning of bergamot, cardamom, and fig. And I love fig scent, so this isn't, you know, sometimes lime scents, and they can be great, are considered almost like fougères or scents that, you know, usually men would experience in a barber shop. So it's got an aromatic quality, but almost like a soapy, again, like kind of marketed to men quality. I think what's really neat about Versense is it's lime, but with this underpinning of fig, and so it gives it a little more richness than you might expect, and the cardamom and spice gives it, you know, a little bit of a spiciness, so it can handle the heat. It's gorgeous. I think the lime comes out, but it's not just lime. It is, it's got this great backup band, let's say. So Versace Versense, something that's great about the scent is it's super, super affordable. You can certainly pay retail for it, which I think is about like 40 or 50, but I found this in not to be named discount store for like I think $18 or $20, and it's wonderful. So Versace Versense. Okay, next, this is kind of a new favorite for me, and to me it doesn't get a lot of talk, and I'm excited to share it with you all. I love everything about this scent. So this is, I hope you can see that, Agent Provocateur's Electric. And some of you, I'm sure, who collect or into perfume will have experienced, there are many Agent Provocateur scents that get a lot of love. However, I don't hear people talk about this much. Part of it is because it just came out, I think, in 2018, a couple years ago. But this, I would say, if you love citrus, I would look into this not now, but right now, because it is on sale for like, I think, honest to God, like $18 to $20 on fragrance.net. I love this bottle because it kind of hints at what's happening here. And so, of course, you've got this intense brightness that to me signals citrus or lemon. And then what do you think this purple signals? In this case, it's fig leaf and fruit. So this, I think what is so cool is it's lime, lemon, and it's all parts of the fig, and it just has this, it's fun, you know, a lot of their scents kind of look like a grenade, and you take this off to spray it. Where am I gonna go with this? Okay, here. Again, kind of like Versense, but I would say this is maybe a little deeper. The fig really, really elevates the citrus, and it's just gorgeous. I think the name Electric is perfect for this because it does have this brightness, but it's just, to me, a winner. It's still somehow a little unique, like it doesn't smell exactly like any of these other citruses that I have, and I would just highly recommend this. So Agent Provocateur's Electric. All right. Next are a couple Guerlain Aqua Allegoria scents. So those of you who are into Guerlain or into fresh scents, a lot of you might know these. There's quite a lineup. I would love to do a video another time of my whole Aqua Allegoria collection, but these tend to be in the what they call their bee bottles. So I have two here, and the first I'm going to talk about is called Limon Verde. And God, I love the scent. Like, this is one that gets a lot of love in the fragrance community. And I think, again, it's just because it's perfect. Honest to God, it is like the perfect cooling scent. And it really does, like, I swear to God, it almost has like a spiritual effect, like an elevation. It's just so good. So let me tell you a little bit about when it was created. This was released first in 2014. And to me, what is so cool about this is it's a balance of like 4 or 5 things, okay, including citrus, namely lime, so Limon Verde, green citrus, so lime, but it also has these great other things that balance out the lime, and they are like a grassy kind of note, fig, sugar, and tropical fruits, and they all come through for me. Lime is definitely dominant, but all those things come through, and that little bit of sugar, it's just so nice. And I would say this is not only an affordable scent, I think it retails for like 50 to 70, but you can find it for like, I want to say 30, something like that, 25, maybe even to 30, 35. But this is a scent that I would call a safe scent to buy somebody who maybe isn't even like deeply into fragrance. This is truly one of those things. I think it's so unisex, and it just feels good. It's uplifting. It's not obnoxious, but like I have actually purchased this as a gift for a couple people, including my one sister, who is not a person who has, you know, oodles of bottles of perfume, but I think really enjoys it because, again, it just is uplifting, but yet still really classy. It's just a great scent. So Limon Verde by Guerlain and their Aqua Allegoria line. And next is, pardon me, also again, whoops. Hello, I'm back. In the Aqua Allegoria line again, Nerolia Bianca. And this is obviously a slightly larger bottle, but it ranges from about $30 to $50. Again, I think it retails maybe from 70 to 100 or something, but you can find it very affordably. This is great. I am a huge fan of neroli, orange flower, anything kind of related to the bitter orange plant. And I think what's so cool about this is it literally demonstrates every single part of bitter orange. So you get like neroli, you get the stem, you get orange flower, you get the petitgrain, all of it. And it also has some other, I think some floral in it, but to me, if you love neroli, orange flower, it is awesome. So beautiful. This, like Limon Verde, the two that I've talked about here, the Aqua Allegoria Guerlains, were both created by Terry Wasser, who is a genius. This was released in 2013 and is just, again, I would say a really sophisticated, bright neroli. And I would say, again, I'm a fan of you wear what you love. I would say as far as marketing, this is probably a little more feminine than masculine, but I think if you like neroli, petitgrain, you can rock this. It's great. Okay, so Aqua Allegoria, Nerolia Bianca. And okay, next is one that hardly anyone talks about, and therefore I can't wait to share it with you. Truly, I hope you thank me later because this is great. Okay, so next, this is, I am a Lolita Lempicka freak, and I must have maybe 10 different bottles of Lolita Lempicka perfumes. A lot of you know the original that is very anise centered. This is a flanker of a line they did called, I think it's Elle, which is, I believe, means something like she likes, literally. And this is kind of what they call the summer edition or edicione d'été. So it's D''ETE. I'm probably butchering it, you guys. Bear with me. It's tough. This was created in 2015, and it is so gorgeous. Run, don't walk to fragrance.net right now because this is on sale as a tester for, I swear to God, I think again it's like somewhere between $15 and $20. Ridiculous. It's so inexpensive. I think it retailed for like around $100, and then I think you can find it on eBay between, like, it's going up in price though because I think it's discontinued. And you find on eBay between like $50 and $70. So I would say if this is something that you think you'll be jazzed about, go to fragrance.net and get it now. I would say what makes this different, I mean, it's another, again, citrus scent, but what makes it really cool and different from the rest is it comes off from me as a creamy citrus, like almost gourmand, I would say. It's really beautiful. So the things that stand out most to me are mandarin, lemon leaf, a little bit of like myrrh, and you know, just plain lemon. But what then that registers as for me, and I'm going to spray this out again. This to me is I think it's still considered a eau de toilette or an eau de cologne, I can't remember. But to me, this almost has a perfume quality. It's a bit more floral, it's creamy. And I think the creaminess comes through, like, it's almost like a gourmand, and I have a feeling that jasmine and other florals actually give it the creaminess. So this is a beautiful, I would say, creamy, citrusy scent. Gorgeous. Elle Summer Edition. And we have 2 more to talk about. For those of you who have watched my channel, this is not new. This is Clarins Eau Dynamisante. And this is truly was marketed as, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the date it was produced. Let me look here. Oh, first, pretty early, 1987. It can be found really affordably. Again, I think it retails from like 80 to 100, but you can find it online between like 25 and 40. This to me is it was truly marketed as like a treatment scent, so a spa scent, and it really comes through that way. To me, this is a citrus aromatic chypre. So like, it's got everything you expect from a chypre. Which is like an oak mossy or rock mossy citrus resin vibe. But it's, I would say, still the blast of citrus you get, and the aromatics, which I think in this case is like rosemary. It's just very, very bright and super, super uplifting, and again, an affordable scent. Because of the aromatics, again, I would say for those of you who do not like licorice, even though licorice is not a note, it has a tea or licorice quality. So I love that. Won't be for all of you. So again, Clarins Eau Dynamisante. And last but not least, I have an Hermès scent here, and I just have a little bottle because I'm sampling it and hoping to get a bigger one later. This is, I think it was Hermès's first scent. It was originally created in 1979, and then I think it was kind of recreated. So I believe actually it was first created by one of the Caron family. And then I think just in the last few years, Jean-Claude Elena, who probably a lot of you know as the genius that created a lot of scents, but definitely for Hermès, for instance, the Jardin line, created this, and it is called Eau d'Orange Verte. So green orange, interesting. I would say if I had to quickly categorize this to me is and again, you wear what you love. This to me is more of a masculine citrus. It to me is literally like breaking open mandarin or orange and getting every bit of it, including the stem and aromatics. It is definitely orangey. Oh, it's orangey, bright. And you know when you sometimes break into citrus, it almost has a funk. Like it's bright, cheerful, tiny bit funky. And to me, I could almost see that using this like is a splash or almost like a cologne or an aftershave, depending. But it is just so wonderful, orangey, uplifting. So again, an Hermès scent, Eau d'Orange Verte. Wonderful. So that is the last of my 10, some of my suggested favorite cooling citrus scents. I would love to hear from you. Do you have a favorite citrus scent? Do you also feel that it's cooling, or do you go to other scents when you need to cool off? And last but not least, what do you think is missing from my lineup today? I would love to hear from you. If you are a citrus lover as well, what you go to for an uplift to cool off and for happiness. I wish you much happiness, and then I get to talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.